All right, let's dive into Swami Mukundananda's The Science of Mind Management. Today, we're going to break down the core ideas of this book and explore how you can turn what might be your biggest source of stress into your most powerful and trusted ally.
So let's just start with the single biggest question the book asks. Right now, is your mind on your team? Is it like a best friend, cheering you on, helping you stay calm and focused? Or is it more like your worst enemy, constantly hijacking you with anxiety, doubt, and stress? How you answer that pretty much defines your whole experience of life.
And really, it boils down to these two states. On the left, you've got the uncontrolled mind. You know the one. It's restless, it's all over the place, it's an enemy in your own head. But on the right, that's the goal. The disciplined mind. Focused, stable, peaceful, your absolute best friend. Our whole journey today is about how to get from the left side to the right.
So, first up, let's really get into this whole friend or enemy idea and unpack what's going on inside our heads.
Okay, first things first, we have to make a crucial distinction. The book makes it clear. The mind is not the brain. The easiest way to think about it is this. Your brain is the physical hardware, the computer itself. But your mind, that's the software, the operating system that's running on the hardware. It's what's in charge of all your thoughts, your feelings, your desires, everything.
Now, here is the absolute game changer. The book argues that it's not the bad traffic, the annoying email, or the unexpected problem that's the real source of our suffering. Nope. It's our mental reaction to those things. I mean, think about it. Two people can get stuck in the exact same traffic jam. One is furious, stressed out of their mind. The other is just calmly listening to music. The situation is identical. The only difference is the software they're running.
That leads us perfectly into our next section. If our reactions are the real problem, then where do these negative, painful reactions actually come from? Let's trace them back to the source.
What's really fascinating is that this isn't random. It follows a super predictable pattern, almost like a chemical reaction. It starts with a simple desire, I really want this to happen, but then it morphs into attachment, which is where we think, my happiness depends on this happening. So naturally, when things don't go exactly as planned, doom, we feel frustration. And that frustration very quickly sours into anger and real suffering. It's a chain reaction, and it plays out over and over again in our lives.
The other big culprit here is what the book calls the ego. You know that little voice in your head that's constantly comparing you to other people? That's the one. It's what sparks jealousy when we feel like we're falling behind, or pride when we think we're ahead. It's that part of us that's always screaming, I'm the one doing all the work, and I deserve so much more. It's basically a non-stop factory for emotional pain.
Okay, so we've looked at the problem pretty closely, but here's where it all starts to turn around. Because if our mind is the source of the problem, that means it also has to be the key to the solution. So let's get into how our thoughts literally have the power to shape our destiny.
This quote right here is everything. Think of it like this. Every single thought you have, especially the ones you repeat, is like writing a line of code for your mind's software. We do it enough, and that code becomes your default programming. It determines your automatic emotional responses, it builds your habits, good and bad, and eventually it carves out the entire path of your life. Destiny isn't some random thing that happens to you, it's something you are programming yourself, one thought at a time.
So how does this mental programming actually happen? Well, a huge part of it is something the book calls the law of association. It's a really simple but powerful idea. Your mind is basically a sponge. It will slowly but surely soak up the qualities of whatever it hangs around with the most.
And that company isn't just the people you hang out with. It's everything. It's the family you live with, sure, but it's also the books you read, the TV shows you binge, the social media feeds you scroll through, even the physical space you're in. All of it is constantly shaping your consciousness, programming your mind, whether you're paying attention or not.
Which brings us to the really practical part, the toolkit. We've talked about the what and the why, so now let's dive into the how. What are the actual hands-on techniques we can use to start managing our own minds?
The book is full of tools, but most of them fall under three main pillars. First, there's self-discipline, which is all about strengthening your willpower. Then you've got meditation, which is amazing for just turning down the volume on all that mental noise. And finally, there's something called karma yoga, which is an incredible way to approach your work and life without all the stress.
Now, while they're all fantastic, we're going to zoom in on karma yoga for a minute.
Why? Because it's something you can apply to your life right now, today, without having to change your entire routine. It's not about adding something new, it's about changing your entire approach to what you're already doing.
The practice itself is a simple 3-step mental shift. Step 1, just do your work. Whatever it is, do it sincerely and do it as well as you possibly can. Step 2, and this is the magic trick, you mentally let go of the results. You completely detach your personal happiness from whether you succeed or fail. And then step 3, you gracefully accept whatever happens, success or failure, knowing you gave it your all. See how that just completely short-circuits that chain reaction of desire we talked about earlier?
And all of this leads us to our final section, the path to peace. What's the end game here? What is the ultimate point of learning to manage our own minds?
Honestly, if you only remember one thing from this entire explainer, let it be this. The core message is not that you need to quit your job and move to the mountains. The real, lasting transformation happens inside. You don't need to change the hardware of your life. You just need to upgrade the software in your mind.
And please hear this, a peaceful mind is not some gift that only a lucky few are born with. It's a skill. It's something you can learn and practice and get better at over time. And when you do, the benefits are so practical. You start thinking more clearly, you make better decisions, and you build this inner core of emotional strength that outside events just can't shake.
So I'll leave you with this question to take with you. You don't have to fix your whole mind overnight. Just think about one thing. What is one recurring negative mental reaction you have? Maybe it's road rage, or how you respond to criticism. What's one small choice you can make to react just a little bit differently starting today?